Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you are doing well. It's been a crazy week in crypto. We finally broke that crazy level of 30k. What a sell-off. If you've been following our channel, hopefully you've taken some shorts, or at least if you're new, the advice was to, sell half, 75%, look to buy back cheaper. Hopefully you've done that and you've protected yourself from this. Yusuf, how's it going? So we'll talk about my thoughts on the FOMC. Fed's raised 75 basis. You've waited 20 minutes. I thought it was at 9:30. I said it was at 9:30. Have you taken any trades? Have you taken any trades for FOMC? So for me, I'll share with you my thoughts on FOMC, what that means. It was expected to be 75 basis points, and we had a sell-off leading up to it. If we had 50 basis points, we would have had a big spike up. If we had higher, I didn't think we're going to get 1%. If we had higher, we could have had a sell-off. High extra, high crypto live. Yeah, exactly. Nothing's going to happen. I mean, I think we might get a short rally. I've even bought some spot Bitcoin, but hey, that's what I think. I think we'll have a small rally, but long term, I mean, me and you talked about it this morning. It's just not looking that great, is it? The market's not looking great. So short term, I do expect a little rally. I'll talk about two other key news. I'll talk about the Tron drama, what's happening with Tron. So I'll explain to you my thoughts on the Tron. They've got a stable coin similar to Luna, so I'll talk about that. And then I'll talk about Celsius as well. So there's lots of drama going on with Celsius, through AC potentially getting liquidated. So I'll cover all the key news that you need to be aware of. And then we'll talk about Bitcoin, have a chill live stream. I can update you guys on some of my short trades that we've taken. We can talk about some alt longs. I mean, I say it with a big question mark, alt longs, but Solana looks okay for a move up towards $36. So I think Solana could be a trade. If you guys are looking to trade anything, Solana is probably the only coin I'd look to take a trade on. There's a big zone it's trying to break out of. So if I was to take it, if I was to take a trade, it would probably be Solana. Come on. You can see the resistances work quite well on this. I think we can target 618 on this. Hi Rohit, how's it going? Few people joining today. I've not posted in the group that I'm live. Let me just post that I'm live now in the group. Get a notification if you guys are part of Telegram. I'll post it on Twitter as well. Give me 2 seconds. Rohit, have you been trading much? I think you've taken some time off. Not seeing you that much in the group. So Solana could be one of the only altcoins that I like. This could be a potential long. One of the guys in the, I don't know if you're here, is it Nathan? Nathan likes, I think it's Nathan, isn't it? Nathan likes BNX. I don't know nothing about this coin. Hey, Nathan's here. But you found a coin that's trending up. So it's pulling back now. If you get a green candle here, you can look for a potential trade. I'd probably look at, just to define it even more, this is where I got that zone from. So if you get a green candle around here, look for a long. Stop below this zone. I said 25 is this line. It can't go below there, so that is a potential trade you can look at. That's one of the only coins I've seen that's in an uptrend. Rest of the market is all down, isn't it? There's not much is doing. If you look at 7 days, everything's down. So how can I share long trades when everything is down? The market's really quiet. So that could be a trade. What's the target for this? Target wise, I'd say, oops. Target wise, I mean, there's some resistance here, but I don't know if I'll want to long this. So let's get started. We'll talk about the news first. Mughal, 100%. I mean, there's only newbies that keep tweeting about Bitcoin breakout and all this stuff. If you follow anyone with some knowledge, it's not breaking the stock market correlation. I mean, you asked for my opinion, right? Let's follow what it has done, right? So this is the stock market. Let's put on Bitcoin chart on it. There's a video on my channel where I go through this, so you can watch that. Bitstamp's got the longest history. Just look at that chart. I mean, they're like brothers and sisters. Even the tops match. So as long as this doesn't break, why would anyone, don't even think about decorrelation. So I was going to tweet about this. I've not tweeted that I'm live yet, have I? Apologies. Let me just quickly do that. I can do it after. But yeah, I'll make a point on this. Inflation going up by a little, and interest rates going up is bad for the stock market and bad for crypto. What could happen is if we get hyperinflation and like an Armageddon where, stock market crashes, we have like a crash of the US dollar, then Bitcoin could be looked at as a hedge. At the moment, Bitcoin is a risk asset. So as long as Bitcoin is a risk on asset, it's going to keep following the stock market. And that's what I've been doing. When stock market is going up, Bitcoin's going to, if stock market does a 10x, Bitcoin will do a 100x. It's like the stock market on leverage or steroids, if you want to joke about it. So that's in simple terms, that's how it works. As long as the stock market is trending down, this is the Bitcoin chart, Bitcoin will trend down. And let's say, if stock market does a 2x, Bitcoin will do like a 5x, let's say. Ethereum will probably do a 10x, and then the crazy altcoins will do like 100x, and then the meme coins, they could do like 1000x. That's how it works. It's risk on assets. So the way the bottom will form, yeah, that's the risk. The way the bottom will form is, I don't know if the bottom has formed. The stock markets will bottom first. I'll talk about my thoughts on a Bitcoin bottom. Stock market will bottom first. And once stock market has bottomed, we'll see Bitcoin bottom. And I've got rid of it. But if you put in the Bitcoin bottoms and tops, they're literally same as the same day as the stock market bottom. Actually, no, Bitcoin bottomed 3-4 days earlier. When did Bitcoin bottom? Bitcoin bottomed 8 days before the stock market bottomed. And here Bitcoin bottomed, you can see Bitcoin bottomed 7 days before stock market. So you can see the bottoms are exactly the same. Oh man, I miss Flocky. Was it you? I think you did. There's someone in the group that traded Flocky and Shiba. I've completely missed Shiba and I lost money on Flocky. Well, I made money on the first trade, but I lost on the last 2 trades in Flocky. So Flocky, I made money from here. I made money about, I think I got overall trade was up 75% because I took some off at 50% and I rode it up to there. Then I bought some here. I got stopped out. I bought some here and then I tried to buy some here. Those were my 2 stop outs. And then after that, I think you guys already know, if you've been watching my channel, there's a floor break, no trades for me after that. I've just been waiting after that. Once there's a floor break, I just don't buy it. So Flocky, this chart hasn't got much history. Shiba completely surprised me. Shiba completely surprised me. I didn't think Shiba was going to do this. I think Shiba's market cap was same as Dogecoin. You bought it June 25th. Flocky, you bought it June 25th. Is the guy who wanted to speak to Yusuf here? There was a guy here that wanted to message Yusuf. Yusuf's a really good trader. June 25th you bought it. This hasn't got that chart history. Gate.io have that chart history. Gate.io doesn't have that chart history either. Or did you buy it? You didn't buy it here, did you? You bought it before. Well, really well done on that trade. So let's share with you my thoughts. So FOMC, Fed have announced they're raising interest rates by 75 basis points. This is the highest increase in 28 years. We've not seen this much rate increase in 25 years. And the plan is, well, I watched the whole thing. Did anyone watch the Mughals? Yeah. ETH trade was amazing. You guys need to link up. You can share your telegrams and you guys could try and link up if Yusuf wants to. Or you can join the group as well, Mughal, the Rocko trading group, if you're interested. So this was the highest increase in 28 years interest rates. And I watched the whole press conference afterwards. I was trying to get clues, but he basically said he wants to rise interest rates the next few times the same. And I think he'll be rising it 50 to 75 basis points again until potentially 3.5 or 4 even interest rate, which is quite a big percentage. If that happens, we're going to see the markets. Yeah, manual it was. I mean, I think he did quite well. There was a joke in my friend texted me. He thinks that Powell still holds stock markets. Powell still holds lots of stocks, so he doesn't want it dumping. That's what he said. I mean, this might actually get a move on. Flocky might have a little bit of a move on. Yeah, I think Flocky will get a move on. So that's what's basically happened. My plan was, after that news, I said, if we get on Bitcoin, that is, if we get a 50% basis point increase, we're going to have a big pump, probably 20%, 30% pump, because everyone was expecting a 75 basis point. And I think 8 biggest banks said there will be 75% increase, 75% basis point increase. And the market already priced in. We saw a big dump leading up to it. So the market already knows about it. That's why the market hasn't moved. So we were expecting 75 basis point. If it was 1%, then it would have dumped. I think Bitcoin would have broken 20K if that was the case. But luckily that wasn't the case, and we held a low. And I think we get a chop and potentially move up. So what I'm looking at this week is just to get a lower high. I wanted just to chop here this week. This was my plan this morning. It didn't quite, well, it worked out. I didn't take a trade. I just got some spot. So my plan in BTC is Bitcoin to chop. So maybe we'll have a relaxed live stream. I'll share with you some altcoin setups, altcoin trades. I've taken a lot of my short trades. If you guys watched my last live stream, I shared a live trade waves. This has literally hit the support level. I expect a relief rally. I've got 5% in this left now. This was a 10x trade on leverage, 60%. So you can imagine how nice that trade was. I just expect a potential rally. So I'm just waiting now and waiting for a better time or structure, if you want to call it that, and then we can be a little bit more aggressive. So that's my short time frame thoughts on Bitcoin. Long term, I don't think we're going to hit new all-time highs within, well, we're not going to hit it this year. Well, there's not long left this year. We're not going to hit it this year. I don't even think we're going to hit new all-time highs next year, just because of the amount of breakdown. If you ask me, my plans were, I mean, I actually lost money on that. If you guys remember, I lost money on this buy. I bought Bitcoin, this support. It was my plan to buy all along, and I bought this. Once we broke down, that's when I was like, look, the market doesn't look good, and I exited quite a bit. You know, once it broke below, I took a loser here and I had to exit. I think my exit was 26.9. That was my exit. This 4-hour close was my exit. This 4-hour close was my exit. I allowed one spike because we've seen spikes happen and then the market just jumps back up. But once we broke below, I said, look, the market doesn't look great. I think we go lower, and that was my exit plan. So the result of the FOMC was 75 basis point rate increase. Let me just put that in the comments so you guys know, in the YouTube comments. I think there's a very strong chance we get down there. So let me share with you my long-term plan on Bitcoin. Well, my long-term prediction hasn't worked in Bitcoin, has it? My long-term prediction was, when we came into here, I gave you two scenarios. I was expecting a bounce, and you know, if you guys, there's about 30 people watching, guys, do hit the like button. It really helps us out. I tried to share with you all my trades beforehand, I think, unlike most YouTubers. So do hit the like button. It really means a lot to me. It helps with the YouTube algorithms as well. So anyways, my plan here was, with this candle, I bought this dip. My average entry was 27.5k, and I was expecting at least a bounce. After that, I wasn't sure. I said we could do this, or we could break down, and then we break down later on in the year. So I gave two scenarios, A and B, and my plan was to buy here. And I said A, probably 20 to 30% chance that this happens, and B, probably, you know, 60 to 70%. Oh, thank you guys. As soon as I said it, lots of people hit the like button. I do appreciate that. That was my plan. Unfortunately, we broke down, and none of these scenarios worked. And the way I trade is, again, I think 20k is going to give a bounce. But if we start going sideways and start breaking down, you need to take shorts. You know, I take in Litecoin shorts. This one, Litecoin, I posted it on the YouTube channel. You can go watch the YouTube video a few days ago at my short setup. Waves was another one. I posted it here. You can go check that as well. I do a live stream every Sunday. I've been getting really good reviews from you guys asking for more live streams. And then, so I might do 1 or 2 live streams a week. But this was the Waves live stream. I shared the plan on YouTube, and this was as it was playing out. I posted the plan. You can see the entry, exit. BNB was another short, and Yusuf and I, we're both gonna short BNB. And so let's say Bitcoin breaks 20k. I'm, you know, looking to long Bitcoin, and I've bought some spot. It's not leverage trade. So let's say we buy Bitcoin, and then BNB bounces, and then it breaks down. We're going to short that. That's another short that I'm looking to take. And look at the room for BNB to dump. This is the shorts that I like. I'm not saying it's going to go back to $50, $100, but if Bitcoin dumps, this can go a lot lower. So, you know, it's not just about predictions. Anyone can make predictions, but having a strategy, you know, you can follow my strategy. I'll make these videos, I'll share with you my plans, and you can check out the Rocko trading group if you're interested. But it's really important to have a trade plan. Prediction, anyone can make prediction. I'm sure a lot of you guys here will have opinions of Bitcoin going to 100k, Bitcoin going to 10k, but it's knowing, having a plan. So my plan is, if Bitcoin breaks 20k, BNB will be a short that I take. And then I also have plans to buy coins, like Sol is a coin that I think will do very well. You know, I'm looking to buy Sol. If Bitcoin bottoms out, I'm going to buy a lot of Sol. I'm going to attempt around $20. If this fails, I'll potentially short Sol and buy Sol around $5. I mean, Sol's another coin that I think will do very well. So you can have trade plans. But prediction doesn't mean anything, because anyone can make predictions. Let me get rid of this. I'll share with you my new predictions. I don't know if it will work out or not, but we'll have trade plans, and trade plans is back tested. So I know if I take 2 trades, I could be wrong. I could be wrong 3-4 times, but overall, if I take 50 or 100 trades, I know it's going to make me money in the long run. So my prediction, if you ask me, is I think we get bounced again, and I think we chop around here between 20, 26k, maybe even up to 30k. We chop around. After that, what happens, I don't know. There's a risk. There's some huge risk and news I need to talk to you guys about. So one of the first one is I want to talk to you about is Celsius, and I'll go into a lot more detail about it. Let me know if you want like news content, because it's really important. And then I'll talk about Tron as well. If there is a liquidation of, you know, big players, if Celsius goes down, if Manuel, that needs a like, that comment. How can I like it? I don't know how to like your comment. Well, that is a really important thing. So I do think we're going to get a spike below 20k. So I'll go into my trade plans. Let's talk about predictions now. I think most people here likes predictions more. Let me do a poll actually. What happens next? Bitcoin. Happens next for Bitcoin. 30k or 10k. Let's run a poll. There's about 35 people watching. Yeah, Zubai, 3 hours. I'm going to talk a lot about. Have you got any good links for 3 hours? There are a few people that I follow. I'll post it in the group. I didn't get a chance to write about 3 hours. 3 hours would be brutal. 3 hours would be brutal. If 3 hours goes down, oh my God. Let's see what the comment says, what people think. It's quite even. It looks 40-50. I ran a poll earlier on Twitter, and more people are expecting. There's about 150 people voting, and most people said that they think it goes lower. But YouTube is usually more bullish, so I will see what the comments are on the YouTube. So I expect this. After that, I don't know. So Zubair just mentioned a really good point on the gap on the 3 hours capital, and I'll talk about 3 hours capital and the Celsius, what's going on, all that drama. If they get liquidated, this is gonna be really bad. We could go 10k, we could even spike lower. That's how bad it is. This would be like this type of event. This is what a dump is. Within a week we see this type of candle. We've not seen a candle like this, like a 50% dump candle. So we are thinking long term. Yusuf, you've been around a while. Zubair, I want to be in crypto in 5 years time. If you believe in crypto 5 years time, most people that I know have been here a long time. They make money. It's just the newbies that try and go leverage or do something stupid, FOMO at 60k, buy coins that have already pumped, not have stop loss. Really well done. No worries, mate. Yeah, I'll continue to share. I mean, I always say that I'm not gonna promise you that I'll make you millions, but what I want to do in this YouTube channel is, and that's why I'm doing more free live stream, is I want to make sure you're on the right side of the market. So I can't promise you millions, but as long as you don't lose a lot of money, you don't even need me in a bull market. So I tried to make some money. I went full-time trading around 2018, trading oil. I made life-changing money, Canadian marijuana. This was half life-changing, but I didn't take as much profit. And this market, this is where you make life-changing money. So as long as you're making some money and learning the skills, play for the next cycle, whether it's 2 years, 3 years, that's when you like to play it. Yeah, exactly. And the sentiment isn't that bad still. Sentiment isn't that bad. I mean, I was going to retweet this and say, I'll retweet this now. I'll buy Bitcoin when the poll is 90% think BTC dumps to 10k. Like, that's what I think will happen. Yeah, I mean, 18k, if we get a close below 20k, if we get a close below here, I said it when we closed below there, that was really bearish. When we got this close, that was my signal. I mean, I closed, as I said, 26.5. I mean, I was planning to just close it. I had my stop below there, but when I saw this 4 hour close, this is when I exited the spot. I posted it, and then obviously the shorts made us money. If we do something like this, just chop and then break down, that will be really, really bad, and I think we'll go a lot lower. So let's talk about the predictions now still. I didn't draw that, guys. Don't think, I'm not saying he's going to 4k. Right, so then what happens, I don't know. So it depends on news, depends on the stock market. If stock market puts a bottom in, no one knows with inflation, is it going to get worse with, people saying that bottom's in. If the war gets worse, if the oil prices keeps going higher, the bottom's not in. People are struggling to pay their bills. I mean, in the UK, the price of oil to fill up my car has gone to twice as much. It cost me £150 to fill up my tank in my car, and I've got a nicer car now, but it's nothing fancy. But it's just ridiculous, the amount of money that's required. It's just absolutely crazy. And I've done this analysis for you guys before. Since 2008, we've not had a weekly trend change in the stock market. We've had this spike, the pandemic spike, got bought up. But now I thought this was the low. I gave it some room. I said this. And now I don't see any support until here, and potentially even here. So the market's not looking great, like I say. Thanks, Inch. Appreciate that. Just hit the like button, guys. It really helps us out. And hopefully I can keep you guys on the right side of the market. Gas prices is the worst. I mean, oil is what you call it. Is the oil is the blood for the whole economy. Wish I had an electric. I mean, I'm not a big electric car fan, but maybe in the future. Some of the Teslas look, I don't know. But yeah, oil could be going to 140, 150. This is just looking crazy strong. This doesn't look like a top. And yeah, so prediction wise, people, I'll try to focus, and then we can have a chilled conversation at the end. But yeah, it just depends on what's going on in the world. So there's some crypto headwinds, and Celsius, 3 Arrow Capital, obviously what we saw with Luna, potentially Tron, which that's not as big. So there's lots of drama. And then the other big one is Michael Saylor. What happens with Michael Saylor? The rich people, if they can liquidate 3 Arrows Capital, one of the biggest. I mean, I follow 3 Arrows Capital a lot. Even in the group, the signal that I gave on Sol, FTT, that was based on Suzu, and you guys can follow him. Most people that you follow are not very good, but don't follow him now because he's not doing very well. But he called these coins Solana. I think he tweeted about Solana around, Solana was around 10. I got in Solana at 20. Let me just check when I got in. Well, around this time, February last year, I got in around here when it was breaking out. But yeah, then lately, the amount of money he has, if he goes down, then it will draw the crypto market down. He's given funding to hundreds of crypto protocols. So many crypto protocols will go down. They'll have to, sell their coins, sell ETH or whatever they hold, and you will just be in a really negative spiral. The biggest reason for Ethereum dump was all the ICO money that people took, they had to sell. Once all the ICO money was sold, that's when we had a bottom. And it's going to be similar if it has that type of effect. And I don't even want to talk about Michael Saylor, because some people say his liquidation is higher, around 10k. He said it publicly that his liquidation is 3.5k. But there are smarter people. If stock market dumps, manipulators can dump it. They can FUD it. They'll pay and FUD, manipulate, drop the price there, and that will be dream buys. I was speaking to Yusuf about it. 4k Bitcoin would be life changing. Like 4k Bitcoin would be definitely life changing. So I'm not saying it will get there, but I'm just saying all those stuff are headwinds, and you have to, decide for yourself what you think. And I can share with you my trade plans, and I will. I'm just still in the prediction stage. So yeah, I think we get a chop. Hopefully we get a bounce. But if we get like a daily close, 2-3 weeks of chop, and then we break down and don't bounce violently from here soon, then I think we break down again. So the next couple of weeks is going to tell us. If we just go sideways at 30k, 20k like we did at 30k, I'd expect another leg lower. So hopefully we don't get that. For me to change bias, I think it needs to get back above 30k and stock market put a bottom in. If that happens, I'm happy to look for longs. Same as this. I mean, I traded this really well. It's one of my, I'd say, my best trading weeks. I just really enjoyed my predictions there. So I was short Bitcoin because it was breaking down, same as now. And then I had my stop loss there. I got stopped out. Then once it got back above here, this is when I started buying, and we had an amazing rally. So I'm going to do something similar here. If it starts getting back above, I mean, you could start buying at 25k. This would be like the mid range, the 50% fib level. So you could potentially start to buy around here. I mean, I would look for hourly setups there, but above 30k I can start saying, look, we expect higher prices, potentially 40k, potentially even higher. But after a breakdown like this, I won't get bullish. I think after a sell-off like this, it takes ages for people to get confident. So I'm expecting a bounce in the short term. Then after that, I don't know what happens. We'll have to see price action, news, if the inflation's in control, which I think is a lot of bollocks. Like, he's saying that the economy is still doing well. What did he say? Committee would be prepared to adjust stance on monetary policy as appropriate if risk emerge that could impede the attainment of committee's goal. But I can't remember. I think he might have said it on the economy, might have said it on the press conference, not in the official statement. But then we could have a rally up into here, and even here I'd look for a short around 40k. I'd look to add on my short. People want to short it down here. I'd definitely look for shorts again if we make a rally, because after a breakdown like this, I don't think the bottom is in. I think we could potentially be somewhere here. And charting wise, this does look similar, doesn't it? This is like the 30k. Do you agree with this? What do you guys think? Yes, guys, do hit the like button. Let's see if we can get to 50 likes. We got to 35 likes the last video. Let's see if we can get to 50 likes today. See if we can get to 50 likes. Thanks, guys. So what do you guys think? Do you think like this is 30k and we go a lot lower? But even here, look at the bounce that we had here. We had a big bounce, about over 100%. So I won't get bullish after we do 100% bounce now, because that will be quite aggressive. And this still doesn't feel like a capitulation bottom to me. This feels like that, the market could go lower. So that's one scenario. The other scenario is we just chop here and then we break down. If that happens, that will be quite scary. And I did say I was going to look to buy 20k, same as 30k. But the way the market is looking, I've bought some spot, but I've not put new money in. I'm just a bit scared, but I've bought some spot Bitcoin. I've not got anything else, just some spot Bitcoin. And same as that, I'll see how it plays out. And then if it starts dumping, I'll just wait. Yeah, I'll after every live stream I look at altcoins, so we'll look at all the altcoins. I tend to agree with Manuel. So again, these are all, like I said at the start of the video, these are all predictions that I'm making, you're making. My prediction hasn't got any more weight to yours, although like today I've just spending hours reading about Tron, Celsius, Bitcoin, learn as much as I can about the economics. I think no one can predict the market. I mean, that's absolute bollocks. All we can do is like buy at crazy times, like Bitcoin comes here, buy it, or Bitcoin pumps up there, sell it, that type. That's all we can do. This is 50-50, and that's crazy that I'm just looking at the poll. There's about 25 votes and it's 50-50. Absolutely equal. Actually, no, it's 52-50. So what do you guys think? Do you think this is the 20k is like the 6k, or do you think that this could be, this was 6k and it's dumped and this is 4k? Not quite. I mean, it's 50-50. My poll on Twitter, I mean, YouTube is always more bullish. I've seen this before. Twitter has more, I mean, this is going to sound a bit bad because you guys know me from YouTube. Twitter has tend to have more smarter people, I think. That's just from my experience from the comments. And there's some lunatics on Twitter as well. But there are some very smart people, like you can follow Suzu. There's lots of smart people you can follow on Twitter as well. But I think I think if you ask me percentage wise, bounce percentage, I'd give it 60-70% we bounce here. Is this the 6k or the 4k? If you gun to my head at the moment, I'd say this looks like 6k to me. And we potentially have another leg lower and then bounce up. And this is the level I'd look to buy. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. Yeah, but bear markets doesn't last a year. Bear markets last longer. Let's do a quick analysis how long bear markets lasts. Let's go on this chart. It's got the longest history. So I'd say 2014 we can, or 2013 we can start giving it some attention from there. So bear market. So we can't. What is a bear market? So the way I'm defining a bear market is new all-time high break. So new all-time high break here took us almost 1,200 days. Oops, 4 years. So I'd say this was the clean break. So 1,200 days it took. How long did this take? Yeah, he has Zubair. I mean, Suzu. So one of the big loss, Zubair or Christian's not here. What's his name? Yusuf. Do you guys remember chess? I took a loser on chess. I own some chess, and yeah, I lost money on this. So I own some, right? I got in quite before it listed on Binance, and I sold it. Type in chess in the group, it will come up. And this was because of this was because of Suzu. You know, we were already in chess, and then I posted when I sold it, because I was in chess before, and then this was back in whenever, October 2021. Yeah, Suzu lost me money, and I bought chess here on the breakout, and then when this happened, I lost about 30%, and I sold up for once from before I was holding it as well. So Suzu got me in this in chess. So I'm just really surprised. You know, one thing I'll say is with Luna, there's so many smart people that sorry, I'll get distracted, and apologies if I get distracted, just tell me, and then, because I know I was looking at this, I'm interested in finding out about this myself. So this one, how long did this take? The new all-time high, I would say, is here, 1,100. So I'll talk about smart people. What's his name? There's a guy who did 4-year cycles video, Bob Lucas. He's another good guy you can follow. Most people on Twitter and YouTube are scam. I mean, I don't follow them. They're just not good people. But he's a smart guy. So it takes about 4 years. So if you say that this is the top, and this top looks different to all the previous tops. If we say 4 years, which is 1,200 days, so we could expect a new all-time high in 2024, which is what I say. I don't think we're going to see a new all-time highs this year, definitely not. And I don't think we're going to see it next year. So I think maybe end of 2024, maybe, but we'll see. But that's just from the last cycles, and this is not my opinion. This is what matters. Is there anything to do with this? I mean, this took 500, but I mean, the market wasn't even developed back in the day, was it? 2025, yeah, possibility we could get a in 2025. So right, I will cover. So are you guys interested? Let me just ask you, do you want me to cover news, or do you want me to go into altcoins? So I wanted to do news for a bit, and then I'll do altcoins at the end. Just let me know, like, if you want me to cover news, or do you want me to go into altcoins? Let me have a look at the comments. I think a few people asking news. Well, let me do news. I'll quickly do news. Let's say 10 minutes, and then I'll move on to 3 Hours Capital. I've got the Tron tweet. I can do it from my Tron tweet. And these are the biggest news I wanted to cover, really. So the big one is Celsius. So Celsius is a lending platform, and they froze withdrawals, which was really bad. Imagine doing that, stopping withdrawals. So we think crypto is like, you know, it's against all governments, it's all people owned, we can do what we can. But this thing, you know, this project, stop letting people taking their own money out. That is really bad. That is really, really bad. And then people were just panicking, like, what will they do, what to do? So let me just quickly get on to... Apparently this guy follows me as well, so yeah, he follows me. I could maybe message him. So almost anything can be systematic in crypto because the whole space is over leveraged. And they announced Bitcoin touched an 18-month low because of the volatility. I haven't looked how does the trading volume in the last bear market compare. I don't know. What's the connection of... I don't see the connection, Ryan. I don't see the connection of it. Khaled, I will do VeChain, mate. After I've done the news, VeChain's the first coin I look at. So they tweeted, we're taking this action to put Celsius in a better position to honor over time its withdrawal obligations. And it talks about like a gray area, you know, crypto lending platforms. It's not really regulated. We're basically trusting a team. I know we say centralized, but it's not really centralized. We're trusting a team. So now they have opened up withdrawals, I believe. So it's working fine, I believe now. But what has happened now is there's rumors that they have borrowed money from Tether, and I joked about it. If Tether fails, then crypto's dead. For crypto to get to like 3K, I think Tether has to fail. And I'm not saying, I think what's his name, Yusuf shared me this tweet I think this morning. If Tether fails, then everything just goes down. And the rumor is there's some proof. I've seen some, you know, there's people on Twitter that tag all the addresses, and they tagged addresses for Tether, and Tether given money to Celsius. Yeah, Zubai, you think you hit the nail on the head. So they have got money from Celsius, they have got money from FTX, and I thought someone said 3 Hours Capital, but I didn't see any proof. But there is solid proof that known wallets for bitmex, Tether has been sending money to Celsius. So you can see how it all piles up. This is all interconnected. So Luna UST is connected to Celsius, because Celsius used to have lots of their money in Luna UST. You know, they're giving you, is it 18% or something ridiculous? They give you how much percentage? So they give you like annual returns on their website. You can check. But yeah, you can check their own websites. They give like 20%, 18% annual returns, and they are connected to Luna UST. So once Luna UST crashed, Celsius struggled. I believe 3 Hours Capital, I think I tweeted about this. 3 Hours Capital locked Luna. Have I got it here? Let me find out. Apologies, guys. Maybe I need to be better. Yeah. I'll just tweet this now. I've got it on my... I've got someone else helping me with my tweets. Let me refresh this. So this is 3 Hours Capital, and this is proof as well. So 3 Hours Capital bought 10 million Luna for about above 500 million, and that 500 million is worth $1,000. How ridiculous is that? So, you know, 3 Hours Capital made that loss. I believe Celsius was very close to Luna UST. So so this Celsius have lost a lot of money, and one of the ways they could earn money was through Anchor protocol. So this is all a Ponzi in a way, and I'm probably going to scare people off crypto, but this is how it works. It's just like one thing off top of another, one thing off top of another. And if something fails, it's like the finance crash in 2007. You remember the great movie? I recommend everyone watches it. I can't remember what it's called now. I can post it later on. But we saw that movie where, you know, the mortgage back, there was like A grade, there was like B grade, and then A grade crashed, and there was like lending on top of another, and it's just like a dominoes, and everything is interconnected. So when one thing fails, it's just, when we go up, it's just leverage, positive news, you know, Elon Musk buying Bitcoin, and then we have Su Zhu buying Bitcoin, Michael Saylor, you know, borrowing, and it's just like leverage, steroids. And then, I mean, miners is a completely another thing, and I don't really understand as much about the miners, and I'll put my hand up, maybe I need to understand more. But you can see, I mean, people are leaving the live stream. I think they don't like my news section. Maybe I'm rambling a bit. And then on the negative is exactly the same. On the negative, we have bad news, you know, Michael Saylor liquidation, and all these rich whales, they're planning this. Yeah, Big Short Muggles, I highly recommend. Let me just bring this on, Big Short. If you, I mean, you'll learn more about this, about trading and stuff than anything. I recommend you guys watch this. A very good movie. The Big Short. Let me get a chart up for you. Market cycle. Psychology chart. I've shared this before, and this is how the simple market repeats itself. When it's like up, it's hope, optimism, Elon Musk buying Dogecoin to $1, you know, Luna to $1 million or whatever. Then it's just all negative news. Then we have, and this is literally the Bitcoin bottom at 4K, and this just repeats itself. I mean, I saw it in 2017, I saw it in 2021, 2022, I saw it with the, you know, Canadian marijuana stocks. We saw it in like small altcoins season we see, and these are all interconnected. So sorry, let me just come back to this news. So then Celsius is connected to Luna, so they've made a lot of loss, and like Zubair has said, they're trying to get funding for it, and then they're getting, you know, changing it, restructuring. And I think it depends on what Celsius does, and this was one of my biggest mistakes, not taking money out of Luna before. So when Anchor Protocol had to be topped up, so if you guys remember, Anchor Protocol used to give 19.5% APR, and that wasn't sustainable. It's just not sustainable. Let me just grab some water. 2 seconds, guys. Right, so Anchor Protocol used to do 19.5%, and then Anchor's reserves were going down. And what Do Kwon did was he topped it up with his own money. And when you have to do that, that's a red flag. You know, you want everything to work sustainably. So if Celsius tops it up and keeps saying, pump everything to the moon, we're going to give 19%, that will be really bad. But if Celsius says, look, 19.5 is not sustainable, the price of Celsius will probably go down, but long term, it might be achievable. But that was just ridiculous. And then, I mean, I'm not going to go into Luna. I think there's lots of videos on me talking about Luna. So that's my thoughts on Celsius. So it really depends on, I will talk about Litecoin. I'm short Litecoin, but I can talk about Litecoin in a second. I'll do VeChain for Khaled first. I won't forget that. So yeah, that's basically my thoughts on Celsius. It depends on what they do next. If they change their approach, it will probably be bearish in the short term. But I've not followed Celsius as much as I did with Luna, so I don't know as much. But I think Celsius, if they can change it, long term it could be positive. So that's Celsius. Now let's talk about 3 Arrows Capital. So 3 Arrows Capital, like I said, lost a lot of money on Luna. 3 Arrows Capital have got investments in every project you can think of. Su Zhu like puts money into everything. You can watch a lot of him. I learned a lot from him, by the way, so I'm not talking bad about the guy. You can type it. There's lots of interviews with Su Zhu, and he just like invests in every company, like 100 grand, 10 million, and you know, that's how they make crazy money, because they don't have to buy coins here. I mean, I publicly say that, you know, I'm not that big of a YouTuber, but if there's like a really big YouTubers, they get like easier, cheaper entries. But anyways, Su Zhu didn't buy Solana when it got listed on Binance. He bought Solana, I think, at 2p. There's some rumors that he bought it at like 2 pence, 5. That's when he bought it, and I got in at here. So you can see it's already up like 60,000. So that's how these big VCs make money, because they get in before we do. And what they do is they dump on you when there's a release. They dump on us. So that's how, again, I'll probably talk about it another time, how like the crypto VC manipulation, big whales make money. So he's got money and everything. So if he goes down, that could be ridiculous. I mean, I don't know what will happen to the market. So let's talk about his tweet, Suzu's tweet. So he tweeted this: we're in the process of communicating with relevant parties and fully committed to working this out. So there's rumors that he could be going, he could be getting liquidated. Some people are saying 17k is his level, and there's also rumors that they sold a lot of his STETH. There's rumors about STETH. That's another thing. What's his name? In our group, we've got a guy called Giuliano. He doesn't like Ethereum. He loves this is another thing you guys can read. Maybe I'll cover it in another video because I'll be here all night trying to talk about news. Comments, yeah, no worries. I'll talk about trading at the end. Yeah, no worries. Are you guys enjoying the news section? Let me know, and then I'll try. Maybe I'll do just a news section because all I do is crypto, so that's all I have in my brain. But yeah, STETH, there's some rumors. So Lido staking with merge, there's a massive risk of STETH, and that is like a event which could cause like a 10k BTC dump. Like, it's ridiculous what can happen. But yeah, so the firm which counts BlockFi and derivative amounts in investments, exploring how it can reclaim its position with lenders and other parties. 3 Arrows Capital didn't immediately respond to requests for comments by Blockworks. They're a very good news outlet, I think one of the most respectable ones. So Suzu and Kyle Davis, they started 3 Arrows Capital, one of the biggest crypto hedge funds, if you call it that, and they took a huge pay cut, so made a huge loss on Terra. And this is what I tried to say, you know, you follow smart people, or you think that they're smart people, but if they're making this much mistakes, what can we do? Do you know what I mean? If they're these smart people that we can trust, if they're making this much mistakes, could we who can we trust? So I was following Suzu and some of the other guys. I still had my risk management, but I was following these guys. I thought, these guys know what they're doing. And I thought, this could work. And unfortunately, even these guys don't know what they're doing. So I'm really surprised. I'd be surprised if they get liquidated. But yeah, 3 Arrows Capital drew attention on social media after they began dumping their staked ETH, which is down nearly 90%, which is ridiculous. STETH is meant to be redeemable for 1 Ethereum. It's Lido staking, and it's one of the biggest risks, I think, to Ethereum and merging. So 3 Arrows Capital began withdrawing STETH from decentralized platforms in May during the Terra USD crash. So you can see how much they got affected. Yeah, no worries. I don't think I've seen you before, but yeah, welcome, mate. And yeah, this was the tweet. So Carl and Zoo haven't tweeted or anything like in days. Zoo took every coin and hashtag out of his bios. Zoo deleted his Instagram. So AVAX was another coin I traded with for Suzu. He had like AVAX in his title. An hour before, they dumped 30k STETH and reduced all Aave positions. So those are the news. I'll quickly touch on. Yeah, Yusuf. I mean, I probably made that mistake, mate, because I followed them. And the thing is, you do what works for you and you keep doing it until it doesn't. So in a way, I mean, I followed his coins. There was one coin, is it Vader Protocol? I think it was. I made a lot of money. I got in Vader Protocol in like a small project, like before it got listed. AKT is another one. I lost money on AKT. I lost quite a bit of money on AKT, but there's coins that he makes you money. AVAX went parabolic. Luna, there's lots of coins. I followed him and it worked. But yeah, that's something for me to learn. I always talk about learning for next cycle. That's something I've learned for next cycle. But what I am still happy about is still having stop losses and protecting. It was $45 when Luna was. That's when I posted I'm out of Luna. So it still had risk management. I didn't was yeah, I'm gonna hold to it to goes to zero or to the moon. That strategy doesn't work. Yeah, no worries. I'll do more of these if you guys enjoy it. But the ICOs that we invest in are not the best ICOs, so we couldn't have chance to invest in Solana. We can invest in Solana projects, but these projects have already VC investments. So ICOs worked back in 2017 because you were getting in with everyone else in a way. But now these projects, because of the ICO, I mean, You've just opened another can of worms, Rohit. I'll probably be here all night tonight. But back in this, correct me if I'm wrong, by the way. This is my understanding, and it could be wrong. So back in 2017, ICOs were a new thing, and then when you invested in a project like ICX is one that I got involved with, and it just went crazy. And there's lots of ICOs that went to zero as well. So, anyways, and you got in with everyone else, so your entry was similar to everyone else. Whereas AVAX, these venture capitalists, they got AVAX for like probably a cent. So as soon as it hits or goes live, they've already 10x, 20x, or sorry, not 20x, they're probably 100x or 1000x, something crazy. So we're playing a game, they play a different game to us. And now after people lost in ICO, so I think that's why ICOs worked initially, and they had huge rallies. And then obviously bubble popped and we dumped. But then what happened was ICOs became a bit stricter, and people like me or yourself, the general public, couldn't buy ICOs. And when general public can't buy ICOs, what happens is we have to go away and wait for it to hit exchanges. And when it hits exchanges, these people are already up like thousands of X, so they could just dump on us. They don't care if the price dumps or goes up. Like AVAX, imagine if you got in at 1 cent and it dumps to $1, you're still 10x. Do you know what I mean? That's what that's the crazy point about VC. So which ICOs do you mean? So do you mean like IDOs on Solana? And I've spoke to you before, Rohit. I've not really done IDOs as much. I don't really understand it. I find it a bit scary to do this. Couple that I took, there's one that I took, I think I made a YouTube video on it, that didn't make me money. And what makes me money is trading, and I think you guys have seen in some of the trades I've done. But I will play them. Luna has made me more money. I've probably made 3-4x more than I would have made if I just traded Luna, because just with Anchor Protocol, Mirror Protocol, and the leverage you could get. But yeah, that's my thoughts on ICOs. So finally, let's quickly talk about Michael Saylor, and then I'll shut up and do altcoins for like 20 minutes, and then I'll have to go, guys. But yeah, if we talk about Michael Saylor, I think he started buying did Michael Saylor started buying here? Let me just Google. I forgot. I've just blanked. Do you guys know what price Michael Saylor started buying? I'm just trying to Google it now. Michael Saylor. No, it's not 17k. I think it's higher than that. I think Michael Saylor's entry was like, is it around 30k or 27k? Do you guys know? I can't seem to find it. Chart wise, it looks horrible. I think ETH is one coin that'll go really big if it dumps. And I'll explain to you my ETH. I'll make an ETH video maybe. But I'll do VeChain. Are you still here? I forgot my friend's name. But anyways, I can't find it, but his entry, I believe, is here, somewhere around here. So people were saying if it goes below 20k, he'll get liquidated. I don't think he will, because he can find more margin, and I think he will stay alive. His liquidation, apparently, he tweeted it himself, is around 3.5k. Whales, if things happen, they could move the price there and dump it, but at the moment, you can't say that it will get there because it's here now. So I don't think Michael Saylor is a proper FUD at the moment. So Michael Saylor, that's not much. OP, and I love OP. I actually did a post on my group that I was gonna buy OP, but I didn't at the end. I forgot to talk about Tron. I think I might have to. I'll do another live stream. I'll talk for half an hour more. Then Sunday evening or afternoon, I'll do another live stream. So hopefully, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification button, or follow me on Twitter or Telegram so you guys get notified when I'm live. I'll post the time when I go live on Friday. I usually have Saturday off, then I'll be back Sunday. Make money. I'm gonna write it in capital letters. That's the only point. They just want to make money. Right, let me just quickly go through alts. I think the VeChain guy is gone, so we'll skip VeChain. Yusuf, I'm thinking that as well. Who else thinks that? Because you think that they're smart people. But also another point is there's a liquidity thing as well. So they probably own like billions of billions. Yeah, I mean, he tweeted his liquidation is 3,000, but so Michael Saylor tweeted himself, said his liquidation is 3,000. But yeah, average entry is 32. I agree with you, Zubair. But yeah, I don't know. So like me and you said, having money doesn't make them smart, and they take really aggressive bets. But other thing is that liquidation. So let's say someone has like 10 billion. They couldn't sell 10 billion worth of Ethereum. If they sold 10 billion worth of Ethereum would dump like 10-20% because of the amount they have to sell. It's all demand and supply. I think Bitcoin you can because of the volume. And again, don't quote me on it. I don't know the exact figures and how the volume moves, but even me, like I can move some small altcoins, and I'm not a whale or anything, but small Gate.io and like KuCoin, I could move them if I buy enough. It will go up slightly. So it's the liquidity thing as well. So they can't just buy, and there's a lot of OTC deals, complicated deals. So that's one of the reasons maybe they don't sell. What they have to do is like there's a market cycle. It's on my. Let me try and. Give me 2 seconds. I'll just bring this up for you. This is quite important to share, so I want to quickly explain this. Steady, lads. Don't run away. So it's here. So it's in the Facebook group. What is going on? I just lost it. There's a chart that I want to talk about. It's probably the most important chart to know. Is it here? It's this one. This is how they move the markets, the rich people. This is how the market is moved. So they need to accumulate, and they need a big cycle to exit. So if you're a big player, you can't just exit in one pump. So if you've got like 10 billion or 100 billion worth of Bitcoin, you couldn't just sell here like us. They'd need to like move the price up and sell slowly. And if they sell too much, it will dump. So let's say you've got 100 billion Bitcoin, and if you sell all of it there, it just dumps. And so you sold it for 22k. But what they'll do is they'll sell slowly as it's going up, so they can get higher prices. I can talk to you about this after, Yusuf, on our group live stream. Does that make sense though, Yusuf, or do you need a bit more explanation on that? I hope that makes sense. So I think the VeChain guy is gone. I've been talking too much. So Ethereum, it has broken a huge level. It is such an important level. I'm really upset because I like Ethereum, and Ethereum is one of the projects that I'll buy, and I'll quickly explain to you why. I think Ethereum will, if Ethereum does this, that will be a buy. But with the daily moving average, when it comes down here and it rejects and breaks down, I'd sell it. Yeah, what we'll do a Telegram chat next YouTube live stream. We can talk it. We'll do it next week. But yeah, I don't know the ins and outs. That's just my understanding of it. But I don't manage like so much money. And there's lots of people that manage. Yeah, we can just sell instantly because I'm not worth 10 million, 10 billion or whatever. So that's short time frame. That's what I'm looking at. Claire wants VeChain. I'll do VeChain. There was a guy who kept commenting VeChain, then he just stopped. Facebook group. I'll leave the links. There's a link at the top you can check. It's Rocko Trading Group, so you get access to, like, I do these live streams 3 to 4 times a week. There's a Telegram group. I post my trades. We can talk to each other and all this cool stuff. There's Yusuf and other guys that are on the YouTube as well. That's the Litecoin short, by the way. People were asking about Litecoin. I'll do Litecoin. I shorted Litecoin at 59. I posted exactly when I was shorting, my plan beforehand. So on YouTube, I can talk about, my buys and shorts. The Rocko Trading Group, I can share. And you can trial it for less than $30. But again, it's up to you if you guys want to trial it. All I ask from you guys, if you enjoy this content, just hit that like button. It really, that's all I want from you. That would really help me out, and I'd appreciate it. See if we can get to 50 likes today. So Ethereum, I love Ethereum, and I'll talk a little bit story on Ethereum. When Ethereum, if you guys remember Ethereum Classic and Ethereum Drama, I was backing Ethereum because I thought, I was backing Ethereum Classic because I thought that's the true Ethereum, decentralization, people power and all this good stuff. That's funny. Where's the laughing face emoji? Find it. I was looking for the laughing emoji. But yeah. So yeah, I was supporting Ethereum Classic. Then I realized Ethereum Classic, nothing's going on. Everything's on Ethereum, and Ethereum's gonna pump a lot higher. So that's when I jumped onto Ethereum, and best decision I made. So if this merge is not gone well, and Ethereum dumps to, like, I don't know where, it dropped 90% from like 1400 to 78. No one would have thought that. I would buy that because I believe in Vitalik Buterin. I think he's one of the guys that I trust. I don't think he would mess us over like what you call it, like Duquan or anyone else. I do trust him, and I think if you're in cryptocurrency, we owe a lot to him. So I would want to buy as much as I can whenever I see a big trend change, or if it comes down to something ridiculous like 100 or maybe 500 is the next big level. This is the level where I went long Ethereum, and it's one of my proudest trades. Like, I'll journal every trade that I make, and these are all, if you scroll back in the group, you'll see my Ethereum trade. I exited Ethereum here. When it dumped, I got stopped out and I bought again. And one of my best trades here. I went with quite a big size as well back in 2020. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Ethereum. Let's do VeChain. I'll make a VeChain YouTube video for you guys if you want. What's VeChain doing? I've not even looked at it. I think VeChain is at support when I last looked at it. Yeah, this is breaking support. So I wanted it above there. We didn't get it. This is not looking bad. Trend change above there. It could be a buy. But short term, trend is down. Target here. Get out. Like the Cardano trade I shared with you. Do you guys remember the Cardano trade I shared? I posted it on Twitter as well. And go watch this video. This beforehand. I posted this 4-up. This is my strategy that I teach. So my strategy is like a 4-hour pullback. This was my long. Target hit, get out. Don't hodl. Same with this. If VeChain works, that trade that I'm sharing now, if it works, get out here. Don't hold. At least take half off and see if you can run it to there. Long-term trend is down. I need to see a lot more. When the trend is down, you need to see something huge, like a big trend change. That's what you want to see. At the moment, the trend is down, weekly's down, daily's down. Wait for trend change. Any other coins you want me to look at, guys? Comment now. Next 10 minutes, I'll just do your altcoins, then I'll shoot off. Litecoin. So Litecoin is coming into like my support level in a way. I mean, Litecoin's moving now. So Litecoin broke here. This was my short in Litecoin. I said 59. You can see exactly where. Have I moved away now? Moved away from it. But if you go back, I mean, just scroll back to the video. I shorted Litecoin there. I've taken about 75% off. If it gets back below here, or maybe I'll look for a short. But at the moment, this is looking good. So you could look for a potential long in this. A pullback long like this, something like that. That could be a trade. Few people asking for ADA. I can have a look at ADA for you. But yeah, that's like Litecoin. Short term I'm bullish, but I'm still gonna hold my short. If we start seeing this, then I might exit, but I'm still holding my Litecoin short. And for me to buy Litecoin, I said around $30 or $20 I'll buy. And long term, I do think Litecoin will get a pump. Due to the Litecoin halving, I do think Litecoin will get a pump. But again, depends on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is king. I spend a lot of time talking about the overall market, so that it will depend a lot on that. That's my thoughts on Litecoin. Luna, are you being serious or are you being genuine? So Theta. So Yusuf shorted Theta. Yusuf, are you still short Theta? And Theta's moving higher. Then Yusuf's gone to bed. But yeah, I mean Theta, I wouldn't buy Theta because it's like really close to this. MGV? Is it a project? Is it on an exchange? MGV? Oh wow, amazing, mate. I didn't take that, but nice trade. I mean, that would have been me done. And if I wasn't done, this break would have got me out. Guys, send me a link. I'll look into it. MVG. Yeah, post about it in our group. I'll have a look, guys. So yeah, I've done Theta, looking good, but I don't have a buy signal here. And short it below $1. I've got an alert. Have I not got an alert? I think I've got an alert in one other chart. And if it breaks $1, I'm gonna short Theta. FTM, I think they left, didn't they? What is his name? The founders left. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't short it. I should have shorted FTM. I'm a bit disappointed that I didn't short FTM. Is it a buy now? I mean, again, this is a project that could die. Technical analysis wise, yes, it is a buy because this is like a huge support level. So it's holding huge support. I mean, I would look for an even pullback to buy this. It's not a buy now. So there's two signals I can share with you on this using my trading strategy. One is to buy this here. Something like this. You can buy that here with stop below. Or the other thing, the higher probability is this. Lower highs and then trend change above this level. Trading wise, this looks like it wants to bounce. I've done Theta. Alp 0. What the F is that? Is he back? Alep. It's on KuCoin. What is this? There's nothing going on with this, so I probably wouldn't touch it. Need some volume back. Volume back and breakout. There's something wrong with this chart. Cardano. I mean, I was tempted to short Cardano. So I did a big video on Cardano. I want to see like structure build, like I said, Bitcoin, and then break up. That will give me confidence to buy. I shorted Cardano. That was a long trade. For now, I don't really have a plan. I said this could be a short setup if it like breaks down below here. I wanted to short there, but it didn't. I had a short there, but it just dumped. I couldn't short it. For me to, I mean, it's right. If we get a right, let me try and give it a plan. But you know, when I'm not 100% sure, it's not the best. So if we get a nice 4-hour close, which is giving us, and we do a lower high, then you could buy that one targeting 62. Stop will have to go below there somewhere. That is not a bad trade, but again, if it starts breaking below 50 cent, I would exit. I'd have a stop below there because you don't want it where everyone else would have their stop loss. That's one of the things that I teach. But below there, I would look to exit. But yeah, it's not bad. So yeah, that's Cardano. But yeah, Cardano below here, I'd probably short it. This will dump lower. But again, Cardano is probably another coin. I don't like Cardano that much. I always joke about Cardano being like a meme coin. But I'd probably buy Cardano as well in the next cycle. Cardano will do well in the next cycle as well. It's one of the coins that still has like a lot of activities and all that good stuff. So yeah, Cardano is a coin that I'd probably look to buy. I think that's about it. Any other coins you want me to talk about, guys? I'll shoot off now. Well, thank you everyone for joining. I'll do another YouTube live stream. I'll do a group live stream, guys. Saturday or Friday. I'll do one Friday. I'll have Saturday off. And then, yeah. So I've got some news as well. I'll talk about it on Sunday. Basically, an exchange wants me to do live streams for them. So that's why I'll have to do a live stream. So the Sunday live stream that I do, an exchange approached me and said, oh, can you do live streams for us on Sunday? So that's what I did. Like, I'd probably do a midweek for like my own live stream, and then I could do like a Sunday one for the exchange. You guys can join if you want. But that one, I'll just talk about Bitcoin, and this one could be like an altcoin one. But any final questions? Luna, I thought you were joking about Luna. Anyone still buy Luna? Now, I like Cardano. I just said that I like Cardano, but fundamentally, I don't know. I could be wrong, and I have been wrong. Cardano has made me more money than probably any other coins. I got involved with Cardano at 10 cent. Type in Cardano Shelly mainnet, Cardano Shelly. I bought Cardano at 10 cent, and I traded that live on YouTube. I think that's when I got a big following on YouTube. I don't know what happened to my YouTube views. I was getting like 5-6k views, and it just dumped. But anyways, I like Cardano as trading wise, but fundamentally, I just think Charles Hoskinson talks a big game but doesn't deliver. But I think that's like any cryptocurrency. But yeah, long term, I said, you know, I'd put Cardano not as close to as like buying ETH or Bitcoin. There on another level, but just below maybe so, and then I'd look to buy Cardano. So Luna, yeah, there's nothing to buy. I mean, I posted it on Twitter, a short trade on Luna. Go what? I mean, I'm not gonna find it now, am I? I didn't talk about TRX. Maybe I'll talk about it on Sunday because it's too late now. I'll probably won't find it, but go on my Twitter. I posted a short trade on Luna, and I said I'm selling unless it does this. I'm gonna sell, and it's just been dumping, so I wouldn't touch it until there's like a, yeah, you can send me some information. I'm happy to look into ADA, but I've not researched it as much, and I think they talk a lot. There's not much activity going on, you know, like lots of stuff going on. Then there hasn't been as much going on. That's just my thoughts on it. But I'll shoot up. Yeah, I'll do that for you, Rohit, and then I'll shoot off. Dot is pumping really nice. I mean, Dot might be a, I mean, all of these are given like an hourly pullback setup, isn't it? But again, please trade with stop losses. So these are like short time frame longs. I mean, this could be a long here. I like Dot. I'd say Dot is like probably my, out of all the coins, Dot is trading wise. Fundamentally, I don't know. So if it pulls back here, oops, we'll review all these on Sunday if these trades work. Something like that. I'd be interested. Yeah, no worries. I'll see you. KLV. I don't know what KLV does. I probably missed. Someone asked about OP. I've missed a lot of. Clever. This is a exchange token, isn't it? You know what? I got given some free tokens for Clever. Is it an exchange token, Rohit? I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it's an exchange token. Did they follow me? Oh, this is the guy. I mean, I shouldn't really talk about it. Yeah, he follows me. I know him. I think they'll pump. I mean, this coin will pump. It was on my. I've not spoken to him in a while. This is like the cycle lows. So this could be on our watch list, mate. I've been watching this one. What's increasing the TVL? I'll post this one, Rohit. If this works out, I'll post it. I think I talked about KLV with you guys. Basically, I got given some KLV to tweets about clever people buy clever. Just a funny tweet. Do you know much about it fundamentally, or are you just looking at it from a chart point of view? I mean, you can't buy these pumps. You can't chase these pumps. Bitcoin, I'm slightly in profit now, probably on my buys. But just spot. I'm not going to touch it or sell it or nothing. And Bitcoin could be a buy tomorrow. I'll post it in the group, guys, if I do look for a setup in BTC, just for a short-term long. Do you know about it fundamentally, Rohit, or just like the chart? But yeah, I do know about Clever quite a bit. They'll definitely pump it. Give me all the info. Well, next live stream we can talk about Cardano. I mean, I know quite a bit about Cardano. I argued one of my best trader friends in the Rockstar trading group. He's one of the biggest Cardano fan, and he's always talking about Cardano. So I'll next YouTube live stream on Sunday AD. We can talk about Cardano. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really enjoyed it. There's just always, when there's lots of people and like fun, knowledgeable people as well, it's always fun to do these. So thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed it, guys, yeah, send me information. Just tweet me, at me, and then like tweet. I'll retweet you if it's like good stuff. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you are interested in our community, I'll leave the links below for you to check out if you want to take your trade to the next level, all that good stuff. But if you're not interested, that's fine. If you just enjoy this type of content, do hit that like button. That's the only request. If you enjoy this type of content, want me to carry on doing this live stream, do hit the like button. It really helps us out. Like and share. I'll do the next live stream every Sunday. I do a live stream on YouTube. I'll carry on doing that. So Sunday UK time. So hit that like button, turn on the notification button on YouTube. You'll get notified when I'm live. And yeah, I'll see you guys Sunday. I don't know the time yet. Might be 5 p.m, 4 p.m. UK time, or the evening. Promised my girlfriend I was going to take her out, but I'll see. So Sunday will be the next live stream, and I'll post it on YouTube community section on Friday. So make sure you turn on the notification button. And like today, we talked about Celsius, Cardano, not Cardano, Celsius. On Sunday, we can talk about Tron, and we can talk about where's it gone? We can talk about Tron and Cardano on Sunday. So take care, guys, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. Thanks, Yusuf, and thanks like the Rockstar traders, so Rohit, Zubai, Yusuf, Nathan, for you guys joining as well. All right, goodbye.